Okay, I know I'm not scheduled until 5, but I'm going to go ahead and get started here. Usually don't get a lot of visitors anyway, so not to worry if, Justin. Hello, Justin. How you doing, Justin? And happy holidays to you, Justin. Start off with the year. I broke down and bought some spray gesso for these coffee cups things. Hopefully that'll look better than the white paint stuff I've been using on them. It already feels better with pencil, but not good with the markers. You guys have any suggestions for coffee sleeves? I have a few to do today. I'm going to try and get through this whole stack before I wrap up. Try to make a few gags, whatever if necessary. The whole goal is to hopefully drive someone's day when you get a coffee that sleeves custom art on it. I might try new stuff. I always get a feel for the materials. See that the ink is still floating on top of the surface of that soaking the ink. I hope it wouldn't spray gesso I started using. It is taking material. Not as bad as an enamel. Still has a little stroke to it. Anybody have anything they'd like to see put on a coffee sleeve? Not playing any music tonight. Just loving people. Have a we'll take bacon out of the fridge, apparently. I'll be right back. Instead of pull something out of the freezer to defrost. Be right back. Sorry about that. Markers are taking okay. These better than let's see. The enamel paint, if I did that streak for quite a while. Without soaking in the material at all. At least it's soaking in the wood with the spray gesso. What the thing is, the weaker thing and copy paste. Everybody ready for the holidays? My wife got to handle all that stuff. Kids are all grown now. I don't have any grandkids as of yet. My kids will admit to. Doing large areas with the markers is going to be tough because of the way it floats a little bit. So I'll have to get us some watercolor and try that and see how well the watercolor sit on the surface. Go over, it's pulling up the layers below it. I'll try putting a coat of clear coat over the whole thing. I won't do that this trip. The old school gloves, the disco gloves were orange with the black dots. start. Yes, what should we do next? Straight speaker, a cup of coffee. Stop right here. Hey, look at that. Some chocolate that we may not have seen in a long time. Give this to you, Scott. 1 second. Scott, you there?
Hey, Michael.
Hey, Scott. How you doing, boss?
I'm doing good.
You still tethered to your machine half the day?
Yeah, well, I'm getting ready to do it pretty soon. Hey, Michael.
Hey, Scott. How you doing, boss? Oh, I'm getting an echo, Scott. You need to kill your audio.
Still
Tethered to your machine half the day?
Yeah, well, I'm getting ready to do it pretty soon. Hey, Michael.
Hey, Scott. How you doing, boss? Oh, I'm getting an echo, Scott. You need to kill your audio.
Still
Tethered to your machine half the day? All right. I think we're good now. How you doing, Scott?
There you go. I think.
You been drawing, Scott?
Um, I'm good.
John tells me you're working on the calendar for next year.
Yeah, we're getting there hopefully soon. Still waiting on an album. Yeah,
You having problems getting all the months, or you got it really covered?
yeah.
Yeah, what? Yeah, you're covered, or yeah, you're having trouble?
Yeah. Well, I'm still waiting on about 3, 4 more. I'm waiting 4 more months.
It's kind of close, isn't it?
No, it's covered. I mean, like, well, it's I mean, like, they said they're working on it, so hopefully, am I doing something
Okay.
wrong? I'm hearing the echo.
Um, well, I'm not hearing the echo or very faintly now. Are you? You still have the stream playing?
Yeah.
To just kill the audio on the stream that's playing.
Uh,
And so you just get the audio from the live part.
okay.
You're more tech savvy than I am, aren't you?
Yeah, but I've never used this program, so I gotta poke around and see what's going on. Uh,
What you been up to?
not much. Doctor's appointments, pretty much it. Doctor's appointments and stuff at home. So
How's the family doing?
But it's yes. Oh, busy, busy, busy.
Yeah, I'm sure the economy hasn't been great for the housing and the rental market. Your parents holding up okay?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, like, I guess they're like, that's one good thing about the rental housing thing is that um, that one goes on no matter what. Yeah.
But I mean, you have a lot of, I would imagine, like a lot of tenants that lost their sources of income and shit.
Yeah, but I mean, sounds like they're not. I mean, they have problems, but they're helping people. They set up, they point them in the correct towards organizations and stuff that help them out. And so most of them have been pretty good about it.
And you're, how are you feeling these days?
Yeah, well, other than like kind of like the cabin fever thing, I'm doing okay.
I'm glad to hear that, man.
I got
Obviously, you're a unique situation. You don't
the.
have to you don't have more trips to the states, do you? The mainland.
I'm sorry. Any more what?
You don't have to do any more trips to the mainland, do you, for follow-ups or anything?
Oh, no, no, no. I mean, like, well, I mean, like, unless I want to, kind of thing. Because maybe if you want to, you can come back once a year and whatever. And I was like, oh, okay. Well, maybe not.
Now is not a good time.
I don't know. Yeah, that too.
It's crazy. Or hair.
Maybe we can have. You think are we gonna jam next year?
You know, it's the mall reached out to me last month to see what we want to do for next year, and it's like it's real tough because I don't know how
Right.
things are going to go with the vaccine and stuff like that. So I told her tentatively March, and just give time for the vaccine to have some impact if it's going to have any.
Right. Right.
So we'll see. I mean, I would like to. I miss having some in-person things. One thing John and I were thinking about doing is doing like an invitation only for like 4 or 5 people.
Right. Right.
I'm slowly working on my yard. I've got tables and chairs. I could probably do something in my house. But come out to Waianae. You able to travel? Stuck at home.
Um, travel out of the island or travel around the island or
Just around the island. Like if I were to do something in my house, we could make it
oh,
happen.
maybe. I mean, I go out when I have to go doctors and like pick up stuff like food and cat food and, or toys, sometimes.
Boy, comic books.
I haven't, wow. Other than that gecko thing, and that was because I had to go take my dog in the area. That's the last time I went to a comic book shop.
It's kind of sad about geckos, but you know, it can't seem like he was done.
Yeah, yeah. But the sad thing is there used to be there at the peak of it, there were comic shops over there, and then
Yeah,
even at the end, there was at least two of them.
and Collector Maniacs closed too, right? That's the other.
Like about a month before, right? A month before it was closed.
So does that mean there's nothing left in Time Key now?
Food places, you know. Um,
But not for comics.
yeah, it's mostly foods, like food places. Like in the '90s, you had four comic book shops. You had two toy store, game stores. and he had the arcade, so it's kind of like a geeky area over there. You know, you could go there and do all that stuff in one day. And now it's none of that's there. So
Maybe ever drawn on porcelain or ceramic? It's kind of like drawing on that, the way the ink is floating on the surface. Every now and then, I do blank variant comics. And some of them, they use the wrong paper stock. They use the regular gloss stock that they print, the full color images on. You try to do art on
right,
those.
right.
It's like drawing on glass. It's like,
Before we used to draw on all different kinds of paper before, yeah, different textures and stuff.
I've worked on enough different materials. I can kind of muddle my way through stuff. That's why you notice I haven't put black lines down. Like normally I would ink first and then color, but because of the way stuff's floating,
Right.
I'm gonna put the colors on first and then ink over the top of it. Because if I put the ink
Oh,
in colored, then it would pull the ink, and then it'd just be a huge mess. You are getting really drunk. You should turn that down a bit. Camera. Hmm. Hold on. Take a look at that. The glare is hitting it too. Shoot. Got the exposure all the way down and still looks like it's blasted out.
yeah.
Let's see, white balance. Oh, that just makes everything blue. White balance. Too much with it. Exposure back down. Farther away. Really turn the lights off, maybe. Let's figure this out here. Oh, that's really good.
Wow.
That's just the light on the camera. So you can see that.
Hey, Michael, I have to go set up my machine, so I'll be back in a couple minutes. Yeah.
All right, no worries.
Okay. Do that.
Okay. I'll hold it up in an angle and move it glare. That's about what I see. Let's go get back to the light. It's frustrating. Light. Hopefully it's the white. Hopefully it's less white. Try to compensate for the colors. back on it. What are people watching these days? Mandalorian season finale is tomorrow. There's the episode of The Expanse came out. Usually during the holiday season, I play games. That means sucking some RPG or something. Clear. One cup of coffee. You know, I think I might have to cover the background with like a large sheet of white paper. That might help compensate for the exposure. I have to put the next piece before I start the next one. I'll put down some white paper. Right, we'll let the camera controls up. About not professional streaming, right? You give my YouTube stats back. surprised how many hours I actually managed to put up. Considering still working. I really need myself this year. Yeah, I think that helped. I think the problem I was having, I had so much dark background. The camera's trying to compensate for the exposure, so I think this should help. Better, right? Yeah. Yeah. It is. Whoa. You gotta get a cleaner setup here with the camera and the mic right next to each other. Sorry, what's topical? How about some grow view, huh? Maybe that's it. Four seasons, got that stuff with Roth or whatever. Stay at the basics down. One thing that I see a lot of people, they make his face too round. It's actually more oval. Learn money. Go do Christmas. This one is printed at T Public. I don't like the quality of the print. If you ever want to order one of my shirts, I recommend you get it from the storefront here site. T Public. Redbubble's not too bad, but they're a little more expensive. They're also harder to keep stuff up. It's any kind of trade money. The girls doing Christmas jobs, you'll know you're up on the Redbubble. Or T Public. It's only let's see. One thing when you have kind of surface where it floats, the faster you can go, the more likely you're going to get it. It's just like, the less you can go over the same spot. The color behind it. Light green. A little bit of pink in the ears. In fact, if you look at the character closely, you have pink all over the cheeks and try to do a subsurface scattering, flash bang, undertone of pink. One thing people don't consider a lot when they're watching artists is how much time artists have to take, like studying a subject to try and, even for something goofy like this, there's still a lot of research and stuff that goes into it. It looks very with like the cat. I can would be I can has coffee. Would that be right? How would you say that? Help an old man out. Trying to be careful not to hit the ground, man. And pull the color. The other thing, if you look at the model of the child really close, he's got like peach fuzz all across the top of his head and his ear.
Lighter green again, add some more shading.
This pass, I'm not so worried about hitting the green strokes there. Yeah, those of you just joining, working on coffee cup sleeves that we sneak into the local Starbucks. I've got this many to try and finish tonight, or at least get the lines down, but in color later. So if you have ideas, throw them out there. My son works at the Starbucks here in Wine. He speaks it in and gives them customers. That's some hand-drawn art. Not some copy paste. Call it Random Acts of Artness. Hopefully, right from this day. He's got to remember he's only got 2 fingers and a thumb. I always want to put 3. That's good. All over 75% off. White pen, I think. What color should we give him for a mug? Be a blue or a green? Something. I think red would be too much. Good. I'm trying to hold the drawing area into the end. See me look at the pen, I'm looking for the brush tip or the chisel tip. That's what I'm looking at when I see the pen helping me right in. We got brown.
And we'll go ahead and start inking.
Weird process to work like this a bit. Colors floating. Any ideas for some coffee sleeves? Once you do that, yeah, you back?
Kind of. I gotta go eat dinner now.
Oh, okay. What's for dinner?
I think orange chicken. They said. I want to see this thing finish.
It has with a Z. I can has coffee.
I got.
Would it be with a Z or an S? I can have. I can has coffee, or I can has with a Z.
Good to see. Yeah, yes, sir. If you're still on, I'll be back.
One more time. I'm sorry to catch that last.
I said, if you're still on, I'll be back.
Okay. Yeah, I've
Okay.
got a few of these to do, so I'm gonna try and knock a bunch out.
Okay. I hope I see you again soon.
Okay, Scott. Good to hear from you, man. Yeah. Up there. The nice thing about these things is they're not really big. Bad thing about these things is they're not really big. So it can be kind of restricting, but it's also you can knock them out fairly quick because there's not a lot of surface area. I don't know what to draw. Does you guys have anything you'd like to see drawn on a coffee cup? Do you think that somebody might enjoy getting? I've done the last time I did a bunch of these. I did the Chadwick Boseman, Black Panthers, the Song Boseman, and ran on time. Chadwick Boseman died. This year did something like that. Thor's Hammer before. Sneaker? Sneaker. Gollum. The purple background for the Hulk. Oh, I realized I need to do something real quick. What do I do for Twitch streams? I gotta remember when I'm using StreamYard. This category of podcast and cocktails. Not a podcast with cocktails.
use StreamYard is easy, but it doesn't connect into Twitch real well. It does good with Facebook and YouTube, but not so much Twitch. See what they have on Facebook right now. Wish y'all would come into the comments and chat with me. Everybody's being shy out here. Now here's another thing: if you're working with, surfaces where the meat paints float, doing stuff like muscles and stuff, you can try to follow the patterns that the muscles would actually go in, so that some of it looks as like striation. So even if it stays streaky like that, at least it's following the muscle contours. Weird searches and experiments. Yeah. Just go follow the muscle contours. So darker green. Darker green than that. It's more of a grayish green.
Even though I'm going to go over 8 lines in there.
So one more level of dark green.
Doing the whole. Really sell the bulk of the muscles. It's really dark shadows.
It's kind of like California. Green. Low lines.
When I do the watercolor, a lot of watercolor things lately. The Kurokaki inks are great for doing that because you can go over the watercolor very quickly. You don't need to use a lot. Serratus mussels. One of the things I see with the young yards, they know there's like bumps over here, but they really don't understand how they tie in. Like you have the abdominals, right? And then the serratus muscles tie in. So quick sketch here. You have the chest, the pectoral muscles, you have the abdominal muscles that basically run off that. I know it's called a 6-pack, it's actually an 8-pack. They're almost the same size except that this one, this set of abs, and the one that truncates into the groin are a little longer. And the serratus muscles hook in to the abs, even though you can't really see them going all the way down. Actually, with each stair step of the abs, one of the serratus muscles goes to that. Kind of like this system. And when you draw on them, uh, one goes to this one goes to this, and then you kind of get the hint of one goes to the lower. And I'm still working on getting my anatomy better. These are things that I've learned as I go along. The younger artists, they learn from looking at other artists and not from studying anatomy. So they don't develop the understanding of what's going on underneath the skin, the muscle and striations, the bones. Yeah, it looks like there's actually an 8 now. And this one tends to be a little bit longer than the top two. And then the one that goes into the groin, you don't see the bottom of it so much, it's kind of starts blending in. The belly button is usually like this third one. You're not going to see it go up and down into the abs. Tucked underneath. One I think that this thing will be drawing. Still not as, I'll probably never be as good as I'd like to be. Still thinking about these things, still studying. 53 years old. Still trying to figure it out.
You still watching? Exactly. Started streaming more during the pandemic. So did everybody else. So people found people to follow and watch. I watch a lot of people. Put her down. You can get clothes on, huh? Keeping this off to the side, maybe. Come up on this side. You're not scared, John. More dog. So I'm going out to see the coffee that kills. Okay? So we have brown hair. Rye yellow. And limbs will be like purple, like a purple maybe. Plus Tony, Taylor. Hmm. Don't recommend this though. Copics. Nibs on Copics don't take well to graphite. If you're not willing to replace your nibs, don't recommend going over pencil lines with your Copics. I keep a supply of nibs, brush and plug brush and chisel. But you also see I'm trying to wipe off some of the excess graphite on myself, so it doesn't get any worse than it has to be. Using that around and kind of cast the light from the left side. Give this face some shade. So I'll have to keep that in mind when I add the other shades in, like with the gold. The side of the chassis that you ride in. Any kind of tech or sci-fi thing, he's got greebles on them, just like random details that really serve the purpose. Like kind of tech. Greebles, not really a term. An old movie making term. You watch sci-fi like Aliens and look at the spaceship, and it's got all kinds of looks like weird details on it. They call those greebles, so just like random details. The other term you want to learn is kit bashing. There's another thing like the alien ships in Space 1999. They would get like model kits, um, you know, airplanes and ships and stuff, like regular model kits. You just steal parts out of those model kits and throw them onto the other stuff. That's kit bashing, model kits. You bash parts together from different model kits. I always thought these were kind of cool things to learn when I was a kid. You know? Darker brown to help sell the shading. Dark purple. Blue. It's crazy, but it is MoDOK, so crazy good. Red, red eyes. Okay, that helps with the crazy. You like the background should just be like shades of gray. This was so solid to barely tell the difference between the gray and the white. The reason why it's gray because he's a tech guy, so we'll just give like random like Kirby-ish details or something. It could be panels, it could be piping, controls. Or it could be what it is, just random lines designed to make it look like there's something behind it. You know? Keyboard shelves, racks. And I think who's the masters of making random. It all started off with Kirby. Kirby was pretty crazy with it. John Byrne was really good at just doing random doodles. If you look at like some of his stuff from Dr. Reed Richards. Like I'm using like a grader to put these in. I'll outline the main character in black, so that would be gray, even though right now it stands out the darkest thing on the drawing. Once the black goes in, that'll knock the gray back.
You drop the gas. Up inside the back there. More like fun to drive because it's such a crazy comparison. What did I just knock off on the table?
This one's not. That one. Maybe my five. Remember the acronym in college. Mechanical organism design only show. Although I think there's a couple different versions of the acronym floating around. They're all kind of the same thing. Mechanical, mechanized. The white, by the way, is a trusted correction pen. A trick I learned from Andy Lee. There's a lot of watercolor on it. Correction pens to slap in highlights very quickly. So Andy, if you ever see this, make me a tip. Wiping the nib on my can. I'm trying to get the white out off the tip. Five. Yes. You still watching? Give me an idea. What's on the chat? Good. gas and dropping light. It's kind of wiggy out here in my life. Character maybe. Coffee monsters. Life is a dragon. Is a dragon. This nice. I guess it would be. We have been to come by. Children out like that. We had that one dog here. And the dragon fruit is interesting. It's almost like drawing flames as far as the shape. Imagine, teardrop kind of shape. Teardrop is defined by flowers and leaves. And the tips, as they're drawn, the tips will be green. The fruit itself is red. Half lidded, so you can lid and people. started off because we were talking about what we're trying to go after doing a creature session one time, and he said, "Well, draw dragon fruit like man-eating dragon fruit." So that was the prompt. So I drew a dragon fruit face and had like a leg sticking out of the mouth. I don't really have the control for this particular stuff. The transition from the red to the green usually has a tint of yellow in it, but I don't think I can really convey that here. Darker red or brown. And for a background, we'll do a beat setting. It's white, right?
New people have jumped into the watch. Hello in the comments. I know you're there. Here you are. If you have some ideas that you think would be fun on the top of the sleeve, throw them in. We'll go quickly over what we've got so far. Like that. And then I've got this many more blanks I want to try and do today. Ooh. That's gonna be like foamy on the something like that. Like. White flowers. The spray gesso, although it may have been a combination of what I had on there, white primer color. You can ink float on the surface. That's why I don't have ink lines down. After I get all the color dropped in, I'll actually ink it. Right? The idea is just drag through. It's like not ready for the day until you've had morning coffee. So, each. By the way, if you get these Copic chows, it's the same ink as the regular Copic sketch. The only thing is, the inside of these caps have a extra funnel, so whenever you're using the chisel tip, be real careful putting it in because it's easy to split the tip if you go in at a slight angle and you push, you'll actually rip the chisel tip. Horrible design. Dark red on. Shadow. Put the speckle in there. Nice and huge. Now, I have the white is going to be the shoreline. Put in some darker blues in the ocean, and then the light blue will be the clouds. A little bit of darker blue. Try and sell that coastline a bit more. Let's go. white waves.
And white caps.
That's the correct one. The shoreline. Enough white there. I also want this dab. Impression. Think of details. It looks like something's going on out there. Those things you pick up from Bob Ross, right? That helps sell the little wave pattern with that. So again, the reason I didn't do the outline first like I normally would, like when I'm drawing on ink and color, the problem is the ink is floating on the surface. So if I did the lines first and then hit the colors, it would drag the black in and smear it, which would just make this ugly mess. So forced to lay in color first, and come in and define the lines. And I don't normally have a white piece of paper down underneath, but I found because these things are so small when they're against the black cutting board that I normally draw on, the camera's having trouble compensating for washing out or overexposing the drawing. Anything you want to talk about? We're caught up on the Mandalorian, ready for the finale tomorrow night. Watch Expanse. Watch the Expanse. Caught up. First three episodes of season 5 are out. It holds up. I've read the books. It's amazing how well the writers have adapted the material for the show. It's different, but it's still faithful. Impressive little feat. Yeah. I want to some shading underneath the waves. Sure. This is just a great overall looking line brush pen.
They're more like me. Don't cost me, don't cost me, right? Just trying to get an idea how big the text is. I have to break that on 3 lines, so let's see, don't cost me the first line. The first line is pretty much the same length, the bottom line is just a little longer for the bottom. Because the ink is floating, it's sticky. You got an idea for another one? I'm 80 gun type. I'm thinking about that. You go ahead and start this. Because when I first wrote it out, I forgot to put S on days. And I did pick it in. I'm going to post the link to the StreamYard again. If anybody wants to jump in, you can actually come in the stream with me. With a microphone. You don't have to have a camera if you don't want to use one. Somebody else knows some suggestions. Christmassy stuff. Cool. Tentacle monster. Any comments, man? Just start spoiling shows and piss people off.
You always know. You can look it up. You might how many calories? What color is the whole? Red. Let's read. Let's read all of that, man. You gonna read?
Hmm?
Trying to do more coffee cups. The holidays.
Hello.
Hello.
Reed,
Hello, there's
you okay?
Scott.
I think Scott's eating dinner right now, but he'll try and come back in a bit. White bread. What are you up to, Reed?
Um, I just created a chicken cooker, automatic chicken cooker in Minecraft.
Automatic chicken cooker.
Yeah, in Minecraft. Like I have a bunch of chickens, and every time it lays an egg, it shoots it into a container, and then the egg has a chance of making a chicken. And then as the chicken grows, it hits the lava, which cooks the chicken.
Just keep watching now, but nobody's commenting, Reed. It's a quiet night.
Hmm? It's a quiet night.
Quiet night. Yeah.
It's all quiet on the Western Front.
You watch that movie? Or read the book?
I read the book.
The movie, you remember the Waltons?
The what?
The TV show The Waltons?
Yeah, what about it?
The one that played John Boy was in that movie, All Quiet on the Western Front.
Oh,
Show my age. That's right, folks. I'm an old fart. I'm pretty sure you hold it. That's red. Put in some shading. Been draw anything lately, Reed?
yeah.
You've just been playing your games, designing stuff,
No,
designing
I've been
stuff.
working. No, I played some game. I mean, I drew some stuff.
Watching. If you're not familiar with Reed, look up. Is it Humaka? What's the number? Humaka what? 78.
Yeah.
Humaka 78 on social media. He does some really excellent. I want to say like a Jim Lee style kind of, or
What's the other one you draw like? Sam Keith? When you're drawing your monsters and dudes. Is that the right name? Who's the one did it?
Did what?
I'm, I'm trying to think of the artists. There's two artists that you draw like, depending on what you draw. Like, your women tend to be like Jim Lee. Guys tend to be like. I want to say Sam Keith, but am I getting the name wrong? Who did the Max?
Sam?
Sam Keith, right?
Yeah. I don't know if my women look like Jim Lee style. I think it looks more like that guy, Dan. Was it Dan? Um, what's his name? The one that used to draw comics and then he now does video games.
Oh, you know, talk about the one that did Darksiders.
Yeah, yeah, the one that has the guy.
Joe Madureira.
Yeah,
Yeah, I can see that. You done any more with your personal character? Is it she's definitely in Joe Mad's style.
yeah. I've done. I made more characters. I've been working on that.
And you're eventually going to do a full-on comic with it.
Yeah, I'm kind of like laying out the city and stuff.
Cool. Do you have any kind of timeline for that, or
Hopefully by sometime next year.
what a realistic goal?
I mean, I can actually start drawing it already. I just haven't figured out a name for the superhero guy.
What's his power? Maybe we can come up with a name right now.
This is like a generic, like strong kind of like, I don't know, like a Superman All Might kind of like a dude.
Strength,
Um,
thing.
Mr. Incredible. But he's like half cybernetic or something. So I guess kind of cable-ish.
Techno muscle.
Techno muscle.
Cyberflex.
Cyberflex. The sauce. The genetic freak.
The weird process I have to work tonight because of the ink floats on the surface a bit. So I have to put the colors down first before I can do the ink. Or else it all smears to hell.
Yeah, I have a commission for shoes.
Shoes?
Yeah, to draw on Air Force Ones.
You're going to draw actually on the shoes?
Yeah, I already laid it out.
Oh, cool.
So I gotta
What are you using? Are you using paints or are you using markers?
the leather paint.
Leather paint.
Yeah, there's an actual specific paint by Angelus or something like that.
Is it like a dye-based ink or dye-based paint?
Oh, it's acrylic, but it's meant for leather, and it's meant for like drawing on shoes and stuff. It's what those custom shoe designer guys use.
Yeah, I've never tried that before. I mean, I've done, I've done a lot of fabric art. But not,
Yeah, but the pens and stuff and Poscas don't work well on shoes because they're not flexible enough. So these are meant for leather or synthetic leather. So the paint itself is more durable and flexible. So it doesn't. There's a you can like add additives to it that make it even that makes it stiffer or looser, like more flexible, and it's good for like bags and leather jackets and
maybe it's 'cause I haven't ever done anything leather. I've done shoes, but they've been like the canvas shoes.
yeah, canvas. Yeah. So like Poscas and like
Oh,
Sharpies and they're okay to use for that because they soak into the fiber, but
the, o-
using those,
the only thing I find, like if I'm doing like that, those kind of materials, I have to Scotch guard it.
yeah, you gotta seal it. So there's a sealer that this brand makes.
I want to see it when you're done. It sounds interesting.
Yeah, then once Hunter X Hunter and anime. So I have the layout. I drew it on the computer, and I'm just gonna I wanted to see how it would lay out before I put it on the shoe.
Hmm.
So I downloaded the actual schematic for the shoe, like the layout measurements, and I laid it out on the shoe. So all I have to do now is redraw it on the shoe.
So when are you gonna have that? Then, like I said, I would
I,
like to see it done. Sounds like an
I have to finish it by the Christmas, but well, I'll try to at least. I gotta buy a heat gun.
Let's see, Ricky about the synthol man. There you go for your character. Synthol, that stuff that the
Yeah,
big
synthol.
muscle pump.
Yeah, the one that it's an oil. Actually, it's really bad
You,
for
see,
your.
you ever seen guys that have done that? It's just creepy looking.
Yeah, a lot of it's big in the Middle East.
Synthol man. That's
Yeah, synthol is an oil actually. It makes your muscles swell.
but they're like injecting it into themselves and
Yeah, and then
target. Yeah,
it
it looks gross.
yeah, it causes your muscles to liquefy.
Synthol.
Some cases, it got infected because it tends to go away after a while. Yeah, there's a lot of muscle like bodybuilding that talk about those things and what not to do.
Mm-hmm.
So I read a lot about that when I was bodybuilding. It's it's a terrible product thing. Wasn't meant for muscles. I don't know who in the world decided to inject it into their muscle.
Yeah, that's the other thing you wonder about. It's like who was the first one to try it? What made them think of doing it?
Yeah. I guess it would be equivalent to injecting collagen into your lips, but not as not as absorbing. Synthol does way more damage.
Hydro.
Ricky, you
Is
still
that,
here? What kind of stuff you been drawing lately, Ricky?
is that
You've seen
Scott?
Ricky's work, right? Reed, you've seen Ricky's work, right?
I don't know.
There's some amazing stuff. Man.
Is that Scott?
Hey,
Hey, I saw Bert.
uh,
I saw
Bert,
Bert. Yeah,
at
at the comic shop.
oh,
He was hiding his face. No,
He didn't want to be seen by you.
no, no, no. He didn't turn in his stuff.
Oh, for the month. We come together.
Man, actually, this chicken farm that makes automatic cooking the chicken after they turn into adults is actually a pretty good build. I have a sheep, how to harvest wool from the sheep.
Now, I'm not familiar with Minecraft. Is this something like you share with other users, like the skin? Or is it,
Well, it's I think of it. I'm kind of like looking at it as something that maybe like STEM we can use in STEM because you can make like devices in here that you know you can actually put together some cool devices
so like a Rube
using
Goldberg thing?
huh
Like a Rube Goldberg machine?
kind of, but it's more, yeah, it's more like a, like you got like blocks that can see, it's kind of like Lego. So like the observer block, if it gets to a certain height, it will trigger a piston, and the piston will hit the whatever plant, and it will knock all the plants down, and then when it grows back up, it'll knock it. And it's like you can make switches and sensors that detect light, so it only works during the day or it turns on during the night. And I think I think like stuff like this would be good for STEM projects. So I'm kind of like fooling around with it.
So you're playing Minecraft at work.
Huh?
You're playing
Oh,
Minecraft at work.
yeah, well, it's coding, right? So it teaches kids like simple, you know, connections. It's like without actually, you know, using, because everybody is at, like, a lot of kids are still at home.
Yeah.
So it's not like you can complete a circuit, have a switch, turn on the light.
Uh-huh. It's good. Keep them engaged. So who has you want to rat some people out, Scott? Who hasn't turned in their monthly calendar thing yet?
so I want to say,
Huh?
You want to call them out?
not really, not online. I just say return distance, so
Hmm?
Return
What?
his in. So you said you turned yours in, Reed.
Yeah.
What month did you have, Reed?
I didn't have the month. I didn't find out until like November, mid-November.
Okay.
I was
How long you been doing those calendars, Scott? You've been doing that for a few years now.
2009 was the first year.
What year?
2009.
2009. Okay.
2009. Holy crap.
Yeah,
11 years, boy.
yeah. I'm glad John kept it alive last year, though.
Yeah. Yeah, we got it super early.
Next year early. Sorry, next year I'll get it early.
Batman team. Draw Spider-Man.
Nobody likes Spider-Man.
That's the wrong guy. Spider-Man.
What?
Nobody likes Spider-Man.
No, nobody likes Batman.
Ah,
Cheryl and Jackson agree.
What's the latest Batman news, Scott? Are you impressed at all by the fact that there may be an R-rated Batman?
not really.
You don't need him to say fuck Robin.
Fucker. No, we don't want him to do that.
Not do that. Say that.
Well, either way.
My problem with R-rated movies like that is that if they're only going for the R rating, I would rather have a good movie and then it happens to be R, rather than let's aim for the R. Oh, it's not R. Let's add a couple more F bombs and beat up some more bad guys or something. Make it rated R.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it earns its R rating on its own, then that's one thing. But it's
Right.
rating it right. Yeah, I get it.
I mean, they're making a big deal about it being R, and they haven't done anything yet. Um, to turn it in, that's going to be R. What if they turn it in and get a PG-13? Does it come back and then they got to work on it some more, or that's the only goal? It sounds like they're
Well, usually to get an R rating is an F bomb.
right,
You're usually allowed one. You still get a PG.
right.
Yeah. And if you have excessive violence, usually PG-13s have innuendos and stuff.
Well,
You can be,
PG-13, you can't have red blood.
yeah. But you can.
You can do like you can have alien blood. You can have green and black and green blood stuff like that. But you can't have red blood.
Well, that's if you kill only. If it's naturally coming out and the person is not dead, then you can have red blood. Like like Rocky and stuff.
I don't need an R-rated Batman. Batman doesn't need to be R-rated. There's nothing in that character that screams R-rating.
Right. Like I can understand like Deadpool, even like the Logan movie, the Logan Wolverine movie. I could understand that.
Unless you're gonna like I don't know, you're gonna have Batman kill somebody
Well, they already did it.
like brutally.
He killed a bunch of people in Batman v Superman. And I'm not one of those guys that doesn't say Batman doesn't kill.
Well, I'm saying he doesn't do it intentionally. I mean, like he's he's not. I'm saying he's naming guys and all that kind of stuff, but he's not out there murdering people.
Yeah.
I guess that's my.
Yeah.
He doesn't like shoot bullies and stuff.
Yeah. He's not just doing it for the poop and giggles, yeah.
Right. Not cavalier about it.
Right.
He's not a murderous vigilante.
Right. He's not like Punisher. I could see Punisher. Punisher, I understand Punisher doing all with R rating.
Yeah.
I can get behind
Shows.
it.
But even Punisher has rules.
Right. Right.
I mean, most characters have some sort of rules. Like even the Predator had rules.
Are they making a new Predator thing? Who's he fighting this time?
I don't know. Even the aliens had rules. There's not too many characters that are just all out killers with no rules.
Well, at least not heroes. Maybe some villains that are like that.
No, no, there's not really any villains that don't have rules. But they're just all out doing it just to kill. It's most of those characters are, if there's such a thing, it's there's no depth behind them, so there's no substance. I mean, Hannibal Lecter had rules.
You have rules or recipes.
Well, he had both.
Yeah, there you go.
I mean, even most like serial killers that are in, real serial killers had rules. I guess there's a difference between villains and monsters. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because villains have some kind of plight to, or something to prove, or something. Monsters are just like kill women and children and everybody. Those are monsters.
One of my favorite versions of the Joker was a very chaotic Joker. Bring that up since Scott Jennings, a Batman aficionado. There's a scene in one of the, I want to say it's a Marshall Rogers Batman, where he's talking to his henchman. Like Joker's walking down talking to his henchman, and he just for no reason just pushes one out in front of a van or a truck coming down the street. That sound familiar?
No, I don't. Okay.
It's like, I actually like that guy. just to sell the craziness of Joker, It's like,
Right.
Yeah, but even with the Joker, there's a sense of dance.
oh yeah.
There's a waltz between him and Batman. So
Yeah.
What else can we talk about? Well, Wonder Woman's coming up 2 weeks.
Next week. Next week
next week,
Friday already.
Christmas Day.
Oh my.
You guys looking forward to that?
Yeah, I want to see it.
Christmas. Oh, wonderful, man.
Yeah.
If I'm lucky to get a Batman cameo. Well,
Well, I don't know. All the studios have been doing a lot of fan service these days. So. It's a shock. I haven't heard anything. Have you heard something about a Batman cameo?
no, I mean, I'm just my usual see superhero movie, hoping there's a Batman cameo in it.
What do you think about the news coming for the Batman movie where they just keep throwing people in it?
Wait, which one?
The Robert Pattinson Batman.
Yeah.
Like it's got a shit ton of people, but I think a lot of that's just gonna be like quick cameos in Arkham.
Right, yeah. I mean, we don't even know who the main. I don't know, but what's weird is like this is supposed to be early on, so he shouldn't be meeting all these guys all at once like that.
Yeah, but this is Studio Warner Brothers.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
they were proud to give you many of your favorite characters together and meshed up into Batman v Superman
They're making that movie as they're going along.
and the Justice League
Well, Justice League. Let's
and
talk about.
Suicide Squad.
Yeah, Suicide Squad's another one's got a shit ton of characters in it.
Yeah, but they're at least a squad, and hopefully there's a story this time instead of just like, well, let's walk around the city and let's the most OP character not do anything for the that could probably take out all of those minions. Well, let him use his powers at the end. Yeah, okay, whatever.
But I don't know. The last Suicide Squad movie, the premise was the problem.
Yeah, and we didn't even know what the machine that she was making was. Oh my god. Oh, it's a machine. We're building machine. What machine? What does it do?
The
We didn't
machine.
even know what it did.
It probably
First
brought in
thing
Dark
is-
Side.
I don't know. Looks like they could have just solved everything by just sending Diablo in there.
Behold, it's taking a lot longer than it
It was basically just a movie to introduce Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
At least the last Harley Quinn was semi okay. You know.
I enjoyed it. I mean,
Yeah, no, I don't get me wrong. I enjoyed it, but it wasn't something that I would, you know, put on the lines as the great pieces of comic comic book movie history. You know what I mean? It's probably one of the better DC films that is not Batman titled. I mean, it's still a Batman character. It's in Batman's world.
all Batman
Only-
for you're just living in it.
And only other movie that I can say that belongs on possibly on the Batman level was the last Wonder Woman that came out of DC's, movie theater.
Yeah. I like that movie up until the third act.
That last part was just weird. That, like I said, it was just Professor
Yeah.
Lupin. Lupin did not turn into like this big Ares, the son of Zeus, the god of war. He's supposed to be like a Thorish kind of guy, and he fell short. It was just Professor Lupin in armor.
When he takes his fingers and stretches out the.
I know. There was and then there's no like good writing into that scene because
Listen,
he's a good guy until he shows up and he starts talking, and we think that the battle between that one general dude was the end, and then it turns into a totally different movie with CG and Michael Bayish explosions and fire. Oh my god. Grungy freaking Zack Snyder, color tones and computer effects. Yeah.
Well, I think Snyder did most of the.
Yeah, you said that.
Act.
But I was like, come on, you can handle it better. Get some Christopher Nolan in there or something, man.
My concern for this new one is Kristen Wiig, and I love Kristen Wiig. The cheated. I don't know. It seems like a weird casting choice, but I'm hearing good things, so I don't know.
Well, it's no different from like watching freaking Ghostbusters, the new one, and being like, "Oh, they're funny people," but the movie was not good at all.
I actually liked the Ghostbusters movie. I think my problem with the Ghostbusters movie was the marketing.
I didn't like it at all. It totally missed the mark with what Ghostbusters was. Ghostbusters was utmost. It became like a neon special effect, kind of like stupid laughs and giggles. While Ghostbusters, the original, was kind of a semi scary horror comedy. First it was a horror kind of because the first scene in the freaking library is that boom they get hit by that
Yeah,
scary ghost like
librarian.
librarian exactly. Zool Zool actually was pretty. All those hands coming up to grab Dana Barrett. That's pretty freaky. Even the Marshmallow Man, even if though it was like a cute, character, he had that air of like destruction. Like Kong is walking through the city, or Godzilla, smashing all the cop cars and stepping on churches. You know, I don't know. That's why I didn't like it. I mean, they're funny ladies, and then I expected it to be a funny comedy like thing, but it just that neons and all that fake CG looking. That's why the new one looks promising because the fact that they're slipping back into that nostalgic old like scary sounds. And even Slimer in the original was, when he's in the hotel and he's staring at him, and he's eating all that food and he comes and charges him. Yeah. I thought they didn't want to sexualize women, and that was part of like the message and stuff like that, where women can be smart and attractive and funny at the same time, and then yet you do the opposite to Thor, Chris Helmsworth, and you just have him as the idiot sex symbol in there just for eye candy. And he actually was the best thing out of all the movie. I don't know if you're gonna non take away, like you're gonna say that, okay, we're not sexualize women. Women are they're gonna be the focus. They're gonna be the stars. They're gonna do this. Why would you put a cliched, sexy, you know, handsome man in the reverse role? I mean, even Janine was beautiful, but she wasn't stupid. Not like freaking Chris Helmsworth.
Do something quick and easy. Do Batman.
I don't know, but
Batman.
I just hope. I think DC just needs. I think the biggest problem with DC is that Warner Brothers has too many corporate people trying to squeeze and have a say in the movie, so they can sell merchandise and they can sell. I mean, that's what messed up a lot of the other movies. Same, Fox had that problem as well with, you know, you have a pretty good second reboot of X-Men, and then you like kind of put in too many characters and not enough story, and put in what you call Ivan Ooze, and The same thing with Spider-Man, right? You have Sam Raimi's Spider-Man. First one was pretty good. Second one had more funding, was really good with Doc Ock and everything. The story was really good. And then and then you totally destroy it with the third one, putting in too many people. Oh, yeah, well, we have to have Venom in this one. Yeah, I think there's no such thing as just making like a lot of like movies that were really good. Their first movie was really good, and their second one was because they got popular. I think Deadpool was a good example of that. I did like the second one,
Yeah.
but yeah, I thought because Deadpool had very little funding, and they didn't the Fox didn't expect them to do as
Yeah.
well as they did, and then Ryan Reynolds, put down a big chunk just to get that movie off the ground, and make that trailer. And then you look at the Green Lantern, and that's what happened with the Green Lantern as well. They wanted a freaking PG movie so that the kids could watch it. So they after they made the movie, they cut out all the scenes.
Got blue cow or black?
Let's go with the blue.
I thought Aquaman was a decent movie.
I thought
Oh, look.
Patrick Wilson could have been Aquaman.
Yeah.
What?
The one that
He
played
looked
the
like
villain would have been a better. I
Yeah,
agree.
no, I agree with that too. I still believe that Jason Momoa would have been a better Namor.
Yeah, I could see that.
Oh, I mean, Bert also thinks that. Bert refuses to call him Aquaman.
Yeah.
He'll call him you. Oh, you mean Namor? Because isn't his whole premise that he got kicked out because he's blonde?
Yeah. Yeah. What was it? The curse to the. There was a name for that. That's the reason why he was kicked out of Atlantis.
Yeah, that's why everybody else is has orange hair.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, that was one of the things that struck me in the movie too. Is like, this guy looks more like Aquaman than Aquaman.
Yeah, no, I thought so too. He was a little bit on the older side, but
And I mean, I kind of get the wanting to go kind of Polynesian with the character. I understand it. I don't think it was necessary.
yeah, I still think Namor. I mean, it fits Momoa's personality. Namor.
I don't know. I always felt that Namor's a bit more cerebral, and I don't know that I can take.
Cerebral Momoa.
Yeah, I could be wrong, but it doesn't strike me that way.
There's a lot of actors that you could have used as Aquaman.
For Namor, aren't they talking about the guy that's on Hawaii 5-0?
Which guy?
What's his name? Hold on, I'll look it up.
The Asian guy that used to be on him?
Daniel Day Kim.
Yeah, the Asian guy. The one that was in the last. He was the guy that could turn into the panther thing in Hellboy.
But I thought they were talking about making him Namor.
He's got the look for it. He is the world's first mutant, right?
Yep.
Depends on the continuity, I guess.
Well, I mean, he's the first living mutant. Not what you call actually is what's his face? Apocalypse. But in the order, he's the first written mutant. There you go. He's the first written mutant. He's the oldest in the books
Okay.
in creation purposes.
If they do Namor though, I want to see the little winged ankles.
Well, I was kind of hoping for that on freaking the. I was kind of hoping the little wings on freaking on the Flash.
Yeah.
It just makes no sense. An underwater creature with little wings on it. It's like,
I also wanted little wings on top of the freaking on freaking Thor as well.
Well, they did allude to that with the gladiator helmet.
Yeah, and the original the kind he had.
I mean, they didn't stick out, but he had the like the
Yeah,
motif.
he had the modern.
So that's fine. I can live with that. It's like, did you watch Luke Cage?
Yeah, where he has
When he has a prison break, he's got,
yeah, he finds the clothes on the line.
yeah. Man, I look like an idiot. Fool. So,
I know, and it was like the freaking '70s open cut shirt, you know. And then he had the cuffs on, right? So it actually made it look like he had the bracelets, the bracers.
so that was the hint to the comic book look.
I'm just hoping that they make Wolverine have the cowl.
Yeah, I would like a comic accurate, a more comic accurate X-Men.
Because it looks like this Falcon Winter Soldier, is taking place in the same city.
Same city as what?
Well, as the beginning, the start of where Logan got some of his training before going to Furo, Japan.
Oh, I didn't realize that. Okay. All right, does that gag work, Scott?
Yeah.
You read up Bateman.
You should beat him as Batman.
I don't know. I kind of wish that we had still more Christopher Nolan Batmans.
Nothing wrong with
Yeah.
that.
There were pros and cons.
Well, if you look at see the same thing happened with the first Batman. The first Batman was good, right? The Tim Burton, and then Fox put their all their fingers into it and wanted all this stuff, and then he created the second one because he had to, and then he quit on the third one. I thought Danny DeVito played a like his look
A penguin.
was interesting for a penguin. He kind of fits the penguin, but the
I,
whole like
I didn't like the flipper hands.
yeah, I didn't like, but I didn't like the freaking penguins. Like actually having all these freaking penguins and stuff.
Yeah, Deadpool. What would Deadpool? What would Deadpool do with coffee?
Take it to a special place.
One, I'll draw it upside down.
So did anybody watch the Snyder Cut yet?
Is it out?
Is it? I don't know.
I thought it wasn't out until next year.
Is it? Is it going to be black and white?
I think they're doing a version in black and white.
Ah,
What?
Snyder. If you watch the interviews and stuff, Zack Snyder, when he's talking about technical stuff and filmmaking and all that, he's a coherent guy. He sounds pretty smart. When he starts talking about Batman and Superman and comic book superheroes stuff, it's like effing Batman, man, and Superman, and F this, and he gets all incoherent.
Really?
Yeah, not a fan. Oh, that's there.
Yeah, which artist was the one that always drew Batman beating up Superman all the time?
All the time?
Yeah, he didn't like Superman, so he always beat him up.
Oh, I don't know. I could, that was good news
Like
to a
he,
bunch of them. Not Frank Miller, right?
I don't know. Was it Frank Miller? Like every chance that he would get to draw Batman and Superman, he would always have Batman beating the crap out of Superman all the time.
I don't know if that was Frank Miller or not, but it sounds like some Frank Miller would do.
Yeah. So somebody that really hated Superman. Let me look it up. Did Brett Boot? Or is it Frank Frank Cho? Frank Cho hates Superman.
Ah,
Hmm.
Find it. Reboot.
Uh, Frank Miller admits to hating Superman. Apparently, Frank Cho does too.
wow. Wow, the Superman hate.
Uh, I think it's Frank Miller.
Is that these guys? They got hiccups.
Yeah, every day.
Well, I guess Miller thinks of Superman as a government lapdog.
It kind of seemed like it in the Dark Knight Returns.
Yeah, that's how come he's always beating up. Batman's always beating up on him. Well, the Dark Knight series, he beat up on him too, right?
Oh yeah, lots.
Yeah, freaking old man Bruce. Yeah, I guess it is Frank Miller. Frank Miller really. A lot of people hate Superman. I
Oh,
Well, a lot of people are wrong.
don't know. I don't really care for Superman too.
Wrong.
Super strong.
I don't know. I like heroes that actually want to be heroes.
yeah.
The deconstructing the Superman. It's like, I kind of get what he was going for, but it's like you got to give him, you got to build him up first, and then you can tear him down. But
Superman?
yeah,
Superman is like super strong. He's OP.
down with OPP.
Yeah, you know me. OPP, yeah, you know me. OPP, oppression.
Trying to figure out what should you be saying about coffee? Deadpool say about coffee.
Well, pick me up. Something to do with pick me up. What are you drawing these?
What's that?
What are you drawing these for?
Same time, same things I've done before in the past. Is, get them to the local coffee shop to distribute randomly. We've done it before. Back in the before times when we could actually go to a Starbucks and hang out.
I don't remember this. When was this?
We've done it a couple times. So we call it Random Acts of Artness, where we just
No, going to coffee shops.
oh,
I don't remember these things.
before.
All I know is the now. This is my new norm.
Once upon a time.
Sitting in my underwear and with the fan on, wearing socks and you know glasses and not showering for 3 months and
No, that's not mandatory, right?
grown, not cutting your toenails or your fingernails and not shaving in like half a year, not cutting your hair at all. Wait a minute, I already did that. I did that before. Never mind. Nothing changed there. Living in my own proverbial filth. With nothing but old wrappers and hot pockets and Cheeto residue mixed in with cup of noodles and your typical gamer, your gamer station. Hissing at the sun as you leave the walk out the door.
Yeah, I get it.
So Scott, how many more pages you need?
3.
3?
Yeah. Well,
I
typically
might.
4, but next one is he's mailing it, or he's emailing it, but he doesn't get it to email, so
Well, I might.
sure.
If you need, I can. Might have something you put in there.
I'll let you know if it comes down to that.
I'm the pinch hit guy. Like,
Hopefully,
you
won't
get
get.
desperate. Decaf. All right.
Mike can draw the Hulk and put it in there.
That's right. 5 more to go. Jeez, I'm trying to get now. I'm at 8. I don't think I'm going to make my goal. I'm getting tired. 2 hours, 22 minutes of this.
I'm actually hungry.
I think that beholder wore me out doing all doing all the little pebbly skin. All right, I'm gonna call it.
You call it?
So here's what we did tonight. Deadpool.
Dead Fool.
Bateman.
Yay.
Beholder.
Beholder.
Dragon fruit.
The dragon fruit.
What's a hole?
Yes, you must have every stream must have a Hulk.
Strange.
Strange Doctor.
Somebody was had coffee already, I think.
He looks like what you call from Futurama. Grogu. Modoc.
Modoc with a C.
Well, Mandalorian comes out at 10 tonight.
Yeah, it's almost time for Mando.
Isn't that the last one of this?
The season finale, yeah. All right. That. I'll put some crystal clear open to help protect him. Reed, Scott, I appreciate you hanging out with me. For those of you that watched, if you're still here, thanks for watching. Scott, it's great to hear from you again. Don't be a stranger.
And this thing is good.
And Reed, as always, I appreciate you hanging out, man.
Yeah, no problem.
All right, we'll call that a night.
Thank you.
Aloha.
Thank you.
There you go.
All right, bye. Thanks, Reed.